But what happened was you signed a contract to come down here to play a video game because none of this is real. You're only here to learn. And part of the contract you signed was to forget everything in every lifetime. Unless your soul reached a certain level, you can have a moment where you actually remembered. Okay, where memory was starting to come back to remember to put pieces back together. Depending on how advanced your soul was, you was granted a certain level of access to your past lives and your past memories. Okay, so once you left the age of perfection, you signed a contract to come down here to know what it's like to not be perfect, because your soul comes from an area of perfection. We can call that the overworld. We did a video on that already. Okay, so I'm not gonna go too deep into the overworld and what the overworld is. We did a video on that already. But that's where you come from. You come from an age of perfection or a level of perfection on down into an illusionary world, okay, to play this game that we call life. And I hope you guys start to understand that life is actually a game. I hope you guys start to actually see that. Life is the game, and once you learn that it's a game, then you start looking for the rules of the game and how to play the game. Okay, that's all it is, family. And a lot of it has to do with being controlled by your mind. Okay, by your mind. So the Time Lords were created to keep the illusion running, right? To give us an illusion of time, that we had a certain amount of time down here. So what really is time? Time is nothing but constant moments of what do you call it? Constant moments of the present. Okay, the present that we scratch out into time. There's no such thing really as the future, and there really is no such thing as the past. But we have an illusion because we live in a game. There were moments in the present that were taken throughout time, right? Some people say every time you blink your eyes, your soul is recording. That's what some people say. Your eyes blink so that your soul can record these moments in time. So your soul is recording what's going on, but also the universe you live in is also controlling, right? And this is why you have the possibility of thinking about what you did yesterday. You can actually go back in your mind and remember what you did yesterday, right? Because you live in a place where there's an illusion of time. Okay, so now when you go back and see what you did yesterday, you don't always see it how you did it, but you can see it. The question is, who is the person that's viewing it? Who is this person that is watching from this angle and seeing what you did yesterday? That's your higher consciousness. So as you speak, if you look at my video right now in the present, your higher consciousness is actually in the corner somewhere viewing yourself. We call that the great observer, or the true observer, which is your higher self, is always viewing what you're doing and recording it with you. Okay? So you live in an illusion, and we know about the second yuga, the third yuga, and apparently people say we live in the last yuga, or the Kali Yuga, they'll call it, right? And that's when everything's supposed to be destroyed, because the world was caught up in so much sin, everything's supposed to be destroyed. But all these are illusions, okay? The goal is to get back to the perfected state. But as we evolve, because let me say this first. We came down here, family, to work out our karma, to work out different things, to play a game so we can learn from the game. We're here to learn from this game, family.